Pokemon is in dire trouble. One Piece is gonna take over all the TCGs.
Prepare for trouble!
Make it double!
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Team Rocket Joey. Yes, sir. And today, guys, we have to talk about the One Piece hysteria going on. We have the absolute lunatics that were ready to pump up Pokemon, came in, got their money, sold off everything, and went straight into One Piece with the profits. Now everybody thinks that One Piece is going to be the Pokemon killer because look, the market's going up just like how Pokemon was going up. Now One Piece is going up parabolically, going absolutely nuclear, 200, 300, 400% in a day. Oh my goodness, I've never seen this before. We we were acting like we forgot this just happened to Pokemon. Wow. Guys, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I upload every 24 hours, and I got some bad news for One Piece investors and scalpers, flippers. Got some bad news for you. So what we just saw with Pokemon is it's extremely cooled off now. No momentum. The trend was our friend, but unfortunately, it came to an end. And now people are looking for other plays, other ways to make money in TCGs. They're looking at Riftbound. They're looking at everyone's favorite right now, One Piece. So let me explain to you why it's actually extremely stupid to sell off all your Pokemon and go into One Piece, because it's actually really, really a really dire and exponentially terrible play. So let me show you. One Piece, example number one, example exhibit A. One Piece does not have a loyal fan base. One Piece does not have a real extreme brandable IP like Pokemon does. One Piece doesn't know how to develop their characters like Pokemon does. One Piece, the only thing I see One Piece like in the TCG space is Yu-Gi-Oh! One Piece is literally Yu-Gi-Oh! 2.0. It's going to be forgotten. It's going to be a thing of the past. A bunch of people are going to make money. The people that bought in early, now all these people FOMOing in at the top, they're going to buy at the top, get sold on, get dumped on, hold the bag, and the market's never gonna come back around for One Piece, for Bandai. Like, are you guys serious? Are you guys gotta be trolling? You guys actually gotta be trolling. But I'm actually extremely grateful that all the Timmies have moved on to One Piece. And there's still some Timmies in the Pokemon space, but uh, uh, now that Pokemon isn't going up forever right now and we're coming down, there's a lot of opportunities in the market like Lost Origin, Brilliant Stars, Fusion Strike. Ah, man, One Piece is just going to be a disaster. And I'm going to be sitting back just watching from the background. Like, wow, I can't believe all these people are really about to lose all their money. What? Oh, wait, I can actually. I can. I can't believe it because I just saw it happen with Pokemon. A bunch of people bought in at the top. If you guys were buying Fusion Strike at $1,000 a box, if you guys were buying Lost Origin at $1,000 a box, if you guys were buying Brilliant Stars at $600 a box, if you guys were buying Evolving Skies at 2.6K per box, if you guys were buying Prismatic Evolutions at $160 in ETB, if you were buying Destined Rivals at $500 plus a booster box, I'm pretty sure right now you don't have any of those boxes and you have a mass majority of One Piece in your I can't make this up, bro. And it's crazy because we see this all the time, especially the longer you're here, the more you know. You hear Rudy on his channel talking about, I think One Piece is actually, I think One Piece is going to do something that I never thought was even possible. The funniest thing, bro, no one on here is smarter than anyone else. People just have more money. That's it. No one on here is smarter than anyone else. If Rudy was indeed smarter than everybody else, he would only be holding Pokemon. He would have never got into Magic. Magic is actually the absolute worst thing you could deploy capital into. over the last 30 years, Pokemon has absolutely obliterated Magic the Gathering. So if anybody on the internet was actually indeed smart, they would only hold Pokemon. They would have only been buying Pokemon over the last 30 years. Now everybody's trying to what's the next best thing? What's the next best TCG to invest into? Guys, there is no next best. Pokemon is the best. There's no next best. The next best you're going to get is the newest set of Pokemon every single time. When it goes to MSRP, when it goes to below MSRP, that's your opportunity. Your opportunity is not in brand new TCGs. The best opportunity is not in One Piece, Riftbound, Lorcana, Magic, Yu-Gi-Oh. The opportunity is in Pokemon. And only Pokemon, because Pokemon has figured out how to bring the consumer close to their characters that they develop through the video game. Everybody has their own favorite Pokemon. Everybody has their own team that they use in every single game, and then they grow an attachment to those Pokemon. There's no capturable, playable attachment to One Piece, to Magic, to Lorcana, to Yu-Gi-Oh! All of this other Riftbound, all of this other stuff is goofy. Actually, in what a hot take right here. I think Riftbound is going to be the second best TCG long term out of all of them. Magic, Yu-Gi-Oh, One Piece, Lorcana, because the players have their favorite characters to play. They feel attached to their characters. They put hours, thousands of hours of their life into learning the characters, playing the characters. I think Riftbound actually might have a chance to be the second best opportunity, but it's definitely not One Piece. One Piece is Yu-Gi-Oh 2.0. One Piece is going to fall off and fade off into the background over the next few years. No one's going to care about it. It's literally Bandai, literally a random that they don't know how to actually handle their TCGs. You guys are caught up in a FOMO. You guys are caught up in a hype. And if you're going all into One Piece right now, well, you're buying the top. You're going to be someone else's exit liquidity, and you're going to be sitting there with heavy bags for years and years and years to come, praying and waiting and hoping for another time like this. Because probably over the next 4 to 5 years, you're going to be on a downward trend. One Piece has probably peaked already. And if you're holding on to it, well, hopefully you're attached to the One Piece IP to where you don't care about it. And you can just sit there looking at the boxes that you FOMOed into the Yu-Gi-Oh 2.0 boxes. And I hope that you just reflect on your purchases. I hope that you reflect on your livelihood and understand that you probably got hyper shield into thinking that One Piece is going to be this great, grand, glorious thing when it's not. Nobody cares about One Piece. Nobody cares about Luffy. Nobody cares about Nami. Nobody cares about any of the characters. There is no emotional, relational, sentimental attachment to the characters like there are with Pokemon. There is no second best. Pokemon is the best. I hope that you guys indeed learned something here today. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I upload every 24 hours. And I most certainly will be talking to you guys all tomorrow morning.
Team Rocket's blasting off again!